that type of stuff, and yet don't understand like deep rooted stuff. Like, okay, for example, if you guys been to college or just school in general, you know there are people that don't get you or will never get you. They'll just like stay away from you. And then there's people that you just click with, where no matter what you say, you know that that person understands you. Like, that is a sign of someone who's spiritual, because that's someone who understands, even though you don't have the same belief, but you can get the concept and you're there. So us
It
who are
just sounds like two minds that are similar enough that they get along. I don't see how that's anything so deep. Maybe I'm just the stupid guy who doesn't sense the deep stuff.
No, you killed that off. You're right. So like someone who understands. So all the thing I'm saying is this, like, is like, when I was talking about all the people who have all that ability and all that type of stuff, and yet they don't understand certain things, like, it baffles me that people don't understand what we're saying. Because I can understand skepticism. I'm not given a platform to actually be a skeptic, but if I was a skeptic, I literally could give you a skeptical argument towards everything that anybody's doing, because I'm a skeptic, but I'm a believer too. So, but vice versa, people can't understand me in some sense. Like, and even if they heard like this message or the way I explained it so many times for so many people, we can't act like Christianity is new to people. People are not new to Christianity. Like, people are not new to that stuff. Like, people hear about it, bad or good, whatever. But the fact that they can't play the role well, if they was on a debate team, if they like, to me, it's not. It says to me that skepticism is more easier. To me, it's more easier.
No way.
So you said, you're a skeptic, but that you're also a Christian?
Yes.
Okay, so do you have some reasons or some justification that you believe Christianity is true?
Skepticism towards it, you said?
No. Do you have any reasons to believe or justification?
Yeah, like to me, okay, so interpersonal situations.
Okay, personal experience.
No, that's one. That it's not important. It is just secondary. It is primary to me, but to you guys, no, it's secondary to you guys. But to me, I mean, to you guys, what I would present to you guys would be archaeological, not just archaeological, but apologetics and stuff like that. What is the reason why I believe? So, like, okay,
wait,
if these stories, okay, go.
But okay, are you a young Earth creationist or no?
Oh, I am so ready for this one, girl. I love you. Thank you. I love this topic. Sorry, but okay. So basically, I believe that the Earth, it has old material on it, but I think that it is still old, but not billions of years old. I believe it has old material, like, but with the younger years or what? Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so, or even more. But yeah, I believe that. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I can't agree with what the popular Christians say, because I don't know exactly. I have not done the study myself. I'm not going to blindly throw myself with them or with. Yeah. Like, okay, this analogy I'm gonna give it back to Jane, but I'm gonna say this. Like, so if you look at your phone has. Okay, so when you bought your phone, it was a specific date when it was established, when it got turned on and set up. The material on it comes from different areas. They're not all the same. You say phone as if it's one, but it has material on it. It probably has copper, gold, whatever, everything. But what if the Earth, in which we say has billions of years old, whatever, carbon dating, whatever. What if the material that has different readings maybe that is just like the phone? It has different material on it, because they said it's shot from a different area, right? If it's shot from an old area, which is like probably billions of, maybe even trillions of years old, whatever. If it's shot from that area, how did Adam and Eve live? Bro, I do not know. I don't know that, like, those specifics. I do not know for sure. I do not.
Yeah, but you have a ballpark though,
approximately. No, I don't. I just noticed the concept about the young and old earth. Like, this is my theory about it, is that I believe it has old material on it, just as I said, a phone does. And I think that we can.
You keep telling us what, but you don't tell us why.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
what you believe, but there's no why there at all. What Jane was asking was why you believe this. Why are you?
I'm going off what James.
The third time we're asking, actually. The third.
So, like, why are you?
I'm not. Listen. If you guys are ready for story mode, I don't know if I'm ready to even receive what people are gonna say. Well, I'm okay with telling the story, telling everything what happened to me, but that it seems overbearing to my own soul. Like, because I see a bunch of people in the room, and I don't want to be hogging up some.
No, you're not hogging anything. But if it's just gonna come down to personal experience, then that's all you have to say. You don't have to like go into the personal experience.
Okay, yeah. Me archaeological wise, again, a skeptic. But archaeological wise, it's starting from the beginning of the earth. I believe it has old material, but maybe a little younger establishment of as far as like certain things operating, whatever. But now going to archaeology. Again, this is going to be a point of where skeptics have church at, because this is where that's what it is. But it's supposed to be. So back then, I used to say, okay, if this God does exist, surely He's going to have something to present to us, because right now it's just looking like children's book right now, and I don't know. I can. That's what I say. Yeah. Who said that? My brother. Me. Somebody said. Yeah, shoot. So we in the same boat on that situation. Like, literally, actually, all of us are. Regardless of how holy somebody may think they are, we all are skeptics and atheists in some sense. Skeptics at least. So okay. So, like, does he have anything to present to us? Like, what is it? So, okay, Bible. Okay, so all right. How do you justify the Bible over all these religions? So in my mind, it's starting here, then it's going to go to the archaeology. But I was like, okay, well, all right. So the Bible, as I'm reading it, as I'm learning archaeology and stuff like that, and for the historians, it seemed like it was it was a widespread, like, in a sense, belief. They had a common beginning, and a split of diversity and stuff like that. So they had a common story that happened, and okay, let's get past all this. Sorry, I don't want to get into all this detail because I'm gonna get too deep into details. Jump over this. Okay, so to archaeology. All right. So if Noah's Ark, the Moses situation, what they said, the Red Sea crossings or whatever, Sodom and Gomorrah, all that stuff. Now, on the skeptical side, now what would it look like if he doesn't exist? If he doesn't exist, this is what it would look like to me. Okay, anytime I bring up the topic, they'll never have anything to present on that topic. Neither will they have any archaeological findings of these situations in these areas. So then that made me question, go to the areas. Do they even know where this stuff is at, or are they just talking? So now I'm looking in the Bible for these areas. Okay, where's the areas? And around this time I had YouTube, so I was able to get a little help on that. So where's the areas?
Wait, so are you saying that because there were actual historical cities and events that happened and that they were documented in the Bible, that makes the Bible true?
No, I don't mean that in totality. I mean, depending on the case, like Sodom and Gomorrah, to me, that's where that would matter. Location would matter on that one, but not for every situation, because anybody in mythology can come up with a location that actually historical.
What are you doing with that then? What is it doing for you?
What do you mean?
Well, you're using it as evidence towards your belief. You're explaining to us that the archaeology is, well, it's laughable that you would say so, but that the archaeology backs up the Bible. But she just asked you if that's evidence, if that's what's going on. You say, well, there's these actual locations that are in the Bible, therefore the Bible must be true. But you're saying no. So if no, why are we even talking?
I didn't complete it. That's the reason why I halfway. My bad. No, it's all good. I understand that. Like skepticism, I understand it. Is real. Is there. But to complete what I was actually trying to say, what makes it different? I always bring out the problem, but then I actually say why I believe. Okay, so all this stuff. Okay, locations. Okay, anybody can come up with locations. All right, but at least we have a place now. If you have a concern and an interest, then I'm going to focus on those people. If I want to study Islam, I'm going to go to people. I don't have to believe it, but I'm saying to you.
I'm referring you to Hebrew archaeologists, like Israeli archaeologists. They're actually working there on the spot, believing the thing and discovering it's not true.
Yeah, but Hebrew does not mean that they have the same interest either. Neither do they have the type of mindset. Also,
trust me, they have much more interest than you do.
Sure, no, they're in different places with different bodies and different studies. Just because I'm not in their same shoes, that's all that is right now. I have a similar interest; it's not the same. So whatever they're special at, their DNA, whatever interest caused them to flock towards it, or that's cool. I'm not the same as them, but that does not demean me from knowing anything either. Well, I'm just trying to say to you, like, what you value doesn't mean that devalues me because I'm not in the same place. Now, a peasant could even find some discoveries that would even shock people. So everybody has a role in these things. That's beside all the points that I'm trying. The point that I'm trying to focus on, which is Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah has a location.
Where?
Now, to me, like. You have to look it up yourself. I'm not going to do that for you, exactly, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like that it insults my own intelligence that you don't even know I have. So it insults that. So if you don't do that study,
I'm not trying to insult you. I'm challenging your claim. That's all. It's not an insult. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm saying you're wrong.
You don't have to say that. You don't have to say anything. But what I'm saying to you is this: like without like people. This is how you know that someone has a similar interest and a positive interest to prove that this stuff is here or not. When you're talking to someone of the Bible, the same interest, they can almost finish your sentence almost. Like they'll tell you the land, they'll tell you this and that was found, this and that, this and that, this and that.
You were brainwashed with the same stuff.
But someone who just shoots from the hip with skepticism, they automatically, to me, they're not trustworthy because I already had that. I have it.
Shoots from the hip with skepticism. Yeah. What does that mean? Are you accusing someone here?
It's called like not being analytical or neither being legalistic about the understanding. Understanding means I'm using figurative speech right now.
Shooting from the hip is the opposite of being legalistic.
Yeah, shooting from the hip. Basically, I'm just saying hip fire. Basically, different. Okay, hip fire just means like you're not really aiming down.
That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm talking about archaeological evidence. That's been my topic the whole time.
Okay, now, if we're talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. That's the specific subject. You said it exists in a specific place, but you can't tell us where. We all have to go look it up.
I'm not going to play the circuit.
Now, hold on. Now, if it doesn't exist, I'm not going to find it. So I'm not going to be able to show you anything. There's nothing to show. If you have found it, then you have something to show. The burden of proof is on you. So you.
The burden of proof. No, see, that's lazy intellectualism. That's what it is.
Yes, it is. You're right. You're being lazy intellectual.
Yeah, exactly what you're doing. Like, and I'm not even trying to insult you. I'm trying to say this, bro. With the terminology of a debater, we know what both of these things are. It's the burden of proof. Obviously, I got to prove it. But at the same time, as a skeptic, I don't justify lazy intellectualism by someone who's making a claim.
Hold on. I'm still not sure exactly what your claim is. You're saying that so just hold on a second. If you open the Bible and you hear about certain cities, and then you find out that archaeology demonstrated those cities existed, is that what you're trying to say? Because I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Oh,
I'm
quiet.
Basically saying, kind of research this a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of like human humility, like literally to actually look this up. And
I don't think you have that.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what
What are
Pride
you trying
said.
to say? What are you trying to say?
Daniel, I literally said it a second ago. I said it doesn't justify everything just because you found a location. The fact that nobody heard that, I know that we make mistakes.
What are you saying?
I literally just told you that I'm not trying to say that this stuff justify. I mean, not this stuff.
Then
but
why are we talking about?
Curious, everything that you're saying, you were actually that. And I'm not trying to insult you. I'm literally trying to say what I'm saying, and you're trying to jump in on those points to misunderstand, cause craziness right now.
What was the original question?
Daniel, this is what you're saying in the original question. I'm going to say both of these things. What you're asking and what Scorpion said. Scorpion said it's taking
too long. High?
No, I just told you.
Okay.
Didn't I freestyle?
Drunk on the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, like literally. So what's happening here? I'm trying to stay focused, and some people are not listening. Some people are literally causing.
I don't think you have much focus at all.
The NIV.
Curious, haven't even studied this stuff. He thinks
give it a break, dude. No. I have studied this stuff. I've been looking for Noah's Ark. I found it like 500 times.
Yeah, you haven't found it. Because you probably ain't even studying it.
I don't know why you just make accusations like that. Why would you do that? I'm not telling you didn't study it. I'm just telling you you're wrong. I'm not saying you never studied it. You already admitted that you're only looking at Christian apologists. You're looking at biased material, and you know it. And then you tell me that I'm arrogant. Really? You claim to know the Almighty, bro.
So that's not arrogant to me. That's called if he makes himself available, then he'll somehow find a way to you. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. Then that's on him. That's all that means.
What was the question we asked you, Young?
The question that you asked, why, in a sense, I'm going to summarize it. What does these locations have to do with proving that there's a God, basically, or the God that you serve exists? Is that kind of what you're saying? I didn't word it the best way, but
sure.
Well, we asked you why you believe what you believe, and then you brought up Sodom and Gomorrah as if that's one of the reasons why you believe it. But then you said that that's not it, that doesn't do it. So I'm wondering why we're even talking about it.
I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna repeat what I said earlier. I said it doesn't. By me saying a location doesn't justify everything, but I explained it earlier. I may speak too fast. If I talk slow, I may be heard.
No, it's not that. You're actually just not making sense.
No, Curious. I'm not even insulting nobody. I mean that by myself. I actually have been told this before. So,
not insult.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I say slow it down, that's because I do talk too fast, and that's a problem. So what I was saying is like the location matters in some sense in these stories because he talks about these elements were hit. I mean, these elements came out of above, from out of the atmosphere, or whatever, the outer space from heaven. And so if it's not fair,
someone like remove this dude.
Oh, so you got a lot of prideful people, like a lot of dude. You guys hot, not everybody, but the people who literally. I can't speak for Curious. But
dude, you're strung out. We can hear it. Like, dude,
Daniel. Just because you do drugs, that don't mean that I do drugs. I haven't experienced that. Like, so, like, don't put that on me. Like, that's one thing I don't like about like my own gender. My like, because there's so much pride hidden, and it comes off as if it's like, oh man, I'm cool with you. But the fact that you even assumed that I was doing drugs, other than. Like that's crazy.
Here's what I think's going on, Young. What I think's going on here is, so we're mostly pretty reasoned people up here who think things through, analyze. We look at evidence. It's important to us to look at real objective evidence, not biased material. And you like biased material, and you're just rattling off. Hold on. You're going from one thing to the other without any sort of straight line. You don't have any focus, because we asked you why you believe. You say, well, because there's locations, but that's not why I believe, but these locations, and let's just keep talking about it.
Yeah, no, that's because you wanted to be short-lived. By that, you're going to read everything from that attitude. That's cool. That's because that shows your character.
No, I just want you to actually say why you believe in the God you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell you little points of it, and you're ticked off to where you're almost trying to get me to like stop talking about it.
What's the main reason? If these are all little points, then what's the main reason?
No, everything is subjective when it comes to this stuff. But
you're right, subjective. In your opinion, what is the most major reason that you believe?
Okay, so the logic, the most major one is the logic of like the cause and the effect of as far as like the analogy I gave you guys about us creating games in different realms, but yet it's not our own realm. The logic of that to me.
What logic?
I'm not gonna summarize it up, but like if it don't do that. What I'm saying is like before.
Even stupider, mate.
I don't believe that nothing or just like a piece of paper can turn into a human over billions of years or even a zillion of years. I don't believe it. I just don't. I don't think that's logical. I believe
I agree
that it's possible. Yeah. JJ, what's up, bro? But like I believe that it is possible that in another realm there could be a being more intelligent than us, though we can't see him. Just as if you're playing the game. This is my logic of why I really believe in God. This in general. When you play the game, you do not have your creator flaunting everywhere in the game. You just play the game.
What?
And to me, I feel like in this world, as far as like skeptics and believers, whatever, in this world, we're in the game to where we can't see the creator constantly, but it makes sense in the like that it didn't just come from paper. That or I'll just give an example as paper, dirt, whatever, this and that. Like it to me, as a person of intelligence and you know, there's intelligence and unintelligence.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
But like this is what I'm saying, that it makes a lot of sense that there's a God.
It makes sense of it for us.
I believe there is a God.
Yeah, it's illogical to actually think billions of years did this without actually a mind doing this.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is it illogical?
It's illogical. You can test it out yourself.
Oh,
You'll never
he
get
said
anywhere.
so.
Why is it illogical?
No, curious. Prove that what I'm saying is illogical. What I'm saying.
Sure, we have evidence that what happened here is gases combined. They slowly came together and they formed really large.
I said that earlier, brother. I fought it like a couple times this day. That's not what created everything.
You asked, and that is the answer. We have evidence, lots of it, tons of it, and you have zero evidence that anybody did anything to start it all. None. You just think it's logical. You just like it. That's all this is. It's your preference.
Which school of new atheism does Chris come
I don't
from?
know if atheists have evidence or
What?
they come out with it.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm wondering where you came from. Which school of new atheism have you?
That's just silly. I didn't know there were schools of new atheism. Please educate me.
Yeah, I'm assuming there are schools.
Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Branches. You know how sometimes there's a master, right? And then they branch off into their own schools.
I'm a self-made man, thank you very much. I didn't go to some school to learn to be a new atheist. How ridiculous.
JJ, I might be able to help you. Ask him what his thoughts are on Sullivan.
What's the definition of atheism?
Oh, hey, the dick sucker Alvin is here. Hey, what's up, dick sucker?
Alvin, have you had time to contemplate the dick-shaped titties that
Who
you
is
may or may
Alvin?
not suck?
Who's Alvin? What's his username?
Alvin is a friend from way back on Google Plus.
What's his use? Oh, I see him now. Sorry.
The one that says fucking Alvin, Bogan. You
I
got
didn't
it
see him.
now?
I didn't see him at the time. You fucking asshole. The fucking app sucks and takes 6
Who's
years to
Alvin?
update.
Which one's Alvin?
Club Deck takes 10 fucking centuries to update.
You probably have to restart it. I have to restart it a lot.
Yeah,
You just close it down.
why don't you restart your attitude? There's an idea.
Well, I think I just did, actually.
Oh, look, he left. He probably went to go suck some dicks. Yummy.
He was on the phone. The little phone icon was next to his name.
What seriously? Why the question about the new atheism thing? What actually did you mean? Like, I guess it was half joking, maybe.
No, he was serious about it. God, it was jokingly, but it was serious because people repeat.
Why are you answering?
We could say half joking. No, I think he's right. I'm actually impressed that Young thought that was funny too. Because you were about to tell him why what he was saying was illogical by telling him about all the evidence that you have and that he has no evidence. And I don't think anybody here wants to hear that.
Atheism is a belief without evidence.
I don't get it. I'm totally lost. Why does nobody want to hear that? Isn't that the answer to his question?
I want to hear, that's another question. I want to hear Young tell me why it was illogical to believe that there wasn't a God that did all this.
I'm saying it is logical, but I believe that it's also okay. So let's put it this way.
But also illogical.
Yeah. So it's a dilemma. It's a catch-22. So like the reason why. Okay, so you're always justified in some sense to why you don't believe, because your choice. You have a choice, and you can choose to be pro you only, and whatever, and just make your choice, and you just say no. I don't believe that happens. But you also. Basically, what I'm saying is just you have a choice to skepticize, and you're justified, and it's logical to you. That doesn't make it logical. It doesn't surpass everything. Just because I can logically say that Billy Ray, or let's put it this way, some random guy.
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to give an analogy. Sorry. So basically, I'm saying skepticism is always logical to the person, subjective.
Just real quick, we don't use but in this server. We use however. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, Young. I want you to walk. I want you to walk through this with me for just a moment here. Do you think the sentence "it's illogical but logical to you" means anything to any other person in this room? Do you think that's a meaningful statement?
That's not what he said.
Yes, for sure.
Excuse me, Mr. Recycle Bin. Let's leave you out of this conversation. What was your answer, Zealous?
That's dirty. What I was saying, basically, anybody that has the skill to understand, I would think they would understand that. I can't force it on nobody, because, like, for example, like it could be logical for someone to believe in LGBTQ.
No, I know what you listen. I'm not confused about the wording. I'm saying, what exactly are you trying to impart on us when you say that something can be illogical but logical to the person in question?
That's not what he said, by the way.
Would you shut up, Recycle Bin Man?
Yeah, that is not what I actually said. That's because I would be trying to represent my stance.
Okay, can you clarify then?
I didn't say that. It'd probably be the opposite, actually.
Okay, if I'm not remembering correctly, fine. Please clarify. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you brought it up, the burden of proof. Literally,
if I'm asking you to clarify, then clearly I'm acknowledging I could be wrong. So just clarify.
For sure, I'm just going to suppose that I said a certain thing because I can't say everything in a meticulous, repetitive manner. I can't do it. I can't remember everything because it was in my interest to bring it up. That's why I said burden.
So just say what you think now. Just start over.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say it
whatever
because
words now.
It was deflated.
Express the thought.
So you're accusing me of misrepresenting you, but you're also unwilling to clarify.
No, because it wasn't important to me. If it was of my interest to
bring it's not
it up,
important to you. Okay, perfect. All right, whatever. I'll go.
We're getting
moving right along then.
If you brought it up and you couldn't follow through,
yeah, whatever. Dude, fucking whatever.
Oh, come on, bro. You seem like a cool person, actually.
I'm not.
I'm happy to disappoint you very soon.
Hogan is a very cool person. Except when he's strawmanning him.
Hey, right. That was good. Who said that?
I fucking hate JJ so much, dude.
He's good.
Also, Russia bad. Just saying.
That's what you call unbiased right there. Like when people do that, like to me, like that's why I have all type of people, all type of friends and different beliefs and non-beliefs. Because when you find someone who's unbiased, that is someone who's like always admirable in any situation. Like you can be really upfront with them about your stories without actually feeling like your stuff's going to get trampled on as an atheist and as a believer.
Do you try to be unbiased?
Yeah, I try to be unbiased. Yeah. Like when I'm given the opportunity to be, like a skeptic, I take it. Because I want people to feel.
What do you mean by given the opportunity? Because you always have that opportunity. It's never like not.
No. I just like that's not what as my core. I don't believe in. So I don't.
Wait, what?
That as a.
You don't believe in being a skeptic at your.
I don't believe in atheism. Basically, it's like that. So I don't always.
Skepticism isn't necessarily atheism.
Yeah, but if you look up the synonyms, it's skepticism, right? Like if you look it up, yeah. But like, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that is true. But anywho, what I'm saying is that I got friends who like, okay, if one of my atheist friends want to bring up a topic about theism, I'm going to relate to him because I care for that person. And I want to show him that stuff. I just want to show him, hey, look, you're not misunderstood. I see why you skepticize that point. So like that. And I try to tell him, hey, there's another side of how to think about this. I may be wrong, you may be wrong.
That's not how you're dealing with us.
Huh?
That is not how you're dealing with us. You're not behaving that way. You're very biased.
Okay, you play the believer. I'm pretty sure you probably wouldn't be able to play the believer as well. But
why do you do that? You have no idea.
Okay. So, let's see. All right, so prove that Jesus exists. I'm the atheist, though. I'm the atheist. You're the believer, Christian, whatever. So,
okay, lots of people in the book, I believe, is the Word of God, said that they saw Jesus resurrect. There's all these supposed witnesses, and it's good enough for me. Isn't it good enough for you?
Yeah, see, that's not genuine. That's called disingenuous.
It can't be genuine. I don't believe it.
I know, exactly. So exactly when you try to say the same thing about me.
Can you genuinely tell me there is no God?
So you just literally just did a parable.
You're dumb, dude. You're dumb.
No, it ain't called dumb. It's called. Listen, there's a such thing as someone actually saying that you're something and you're not really. You're really the opposite. But the gaslight. That's how people try to gaslight people on that type of stuff.
No, that's not gaslighting. It's a direct insult. That's all.
I know what it is. It's ad hominem. That's what it is. You want to go any further?
Well, I mean, you can call it that if you want, but it's just the end result of the conversation as far as I'm concerned. I've discovered you don't really think well.
Curious. How old are you?
There's no need to be this
irrelevant.
Yeah,
I'm not being hostile. I'm being honest. Look, I'm observing what he's saying. It's scattered. It's random. It's not clear. It doesn't answer the questions well. It doesn't seem like he's thought about it. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to hurt anybody or make anybody look bad. But hey, this is what it is.
Curious. Like, see, this is stuff I noticed in high school. Like the stuff that you're doing right now, the way that you're doing things, that's literally how crowds work in high school. Literally in middle school.
I'm not a crowd.
I'm just trying to tell you that's how it works in high school and middle school.
We're not in high school, and there's no crowd on you. That's not happening. In fact, people are more upset with me than you.
Okay, but I'm not upset with you. I'm just saying I peep a little bit. I'm not upset with you. And in fact, I'm contemplating in my subconscious to actually just forgive you because I feel that energy. But it ain't about all that. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Okay, so in high school, what they do, they normally always it's always a peer pressure type of mode. It's almost like if I can convince this group that he smells, then I've won. Like, say if you're in the bleachers.
I'm not going to convince you by telling you. I know this. You're not convinced. Yeah. There wasn't a chance I was going to convince you by saying it.
This is still part of your play. This is part of your act still. This is still part of it.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You got my script? I have a script?
Yeah, you have a script. It's bro, this earth is not, it's very predictable. This earth is. I don't know all the details, but it's very predictable.
What are you talking about now?
I'm talking about how you try to convince everybody that this is not understandable, but some people actually who are quiet are actually retaining things.
I'm
like
not
people
trying to
are
convince anyone. I'm simply stating my own observations. Bro, you really might need to try to keep...
You don't have to try. Literally, advertisement is them just putting it out there, and they don't even try. People just put a McDonald's sign out there. They don't have to try. You just put it out there, and then somebody's going to get convinced to go to McDonald's. So, what I'm saying is, when you're saying you don't understand, you don't know how to, that's a part of indoctrinating without a theism attached to it.
What?
You're literally trying to indoctrinate in a sense.
Wait. No, you started a sentence, you didn't finish it, and then you said what it was. And I don't even know where you just come on. Try to be clear. Maybe this is where you're going too fast. You're just skipping one.
This is part of the reason why people may not like you, but it's part of like knowing people's skills. Listen, people are always going to be disliked at some time. I'm just trying to say, for your situation, this situation, it may be that you're not being as genuine as you think that you are.
I don't really care about your very foggy opinion of me. You've already stated several things that are not true about me. You made assumptions and accusations that were insane to me, and I told you straight up, my observation is that you don't think clearly, you're dumb.
Yeah, that's cool. That people have the right to do that.
Okay, but I'm telling you that's my opinion about you, right? And you're trying to put up some sort of an argument that I'm like the high school kids and I'm just immature. And I mean, just give it a break, bro. Matter of fact, I just don't see the point in you bringing up random things and then not following through, and then that's the next random thing, and we're all trying to figure out where you're going. There's no point to it. Like, try to stick to one thing, and it actually explains a full cogent thought.
You literally haven't done anything other than saying that same thing over and over, thinking that somebody has not said anything. I can recap on what people was even saying to me.
I thought you couldn't even recap what you said.
I can tell you the attempts. I can even revoice all the attempts that I said, and I can tell you the answer of what I said and when it was not received. I can tell you all that because it's not hard to reflect. It is an ego. It is an ego thing that people do, and it's a game I've been aware of.
Like, okay, so full of